Hi guys, welcome to Fierce and Pretty. Honey here. It's an early morning here in Finland. We're enjoying the last days of summer. I actually got one more extra week of summer vacation and we escaped. Me and the family, we escaped. So we took one of these rental cottages. We've been wanting to buy our own cottage for a year now, but that takes a lot of money. So in the meanwhile, I'm happy with this. So my man just left with my daughter. He's taking her to school. I get to stay here all by myself. I'm by the lake now and just did a morning meditation, which I haven't done in a long time. Life has just been too hectic to take the time for myself, and I immediately noticed how unbalanced my body is, how none of the chakras work together. And I started to do this breathing technique that was one of the earliest things I learned when my weird spiritual journey started. And it's a meditation and breathing technique by Dr. Dispenza. His book was one of the first that I found, Becoming Supernatural. And after that, I've watched some of his live sessions and purchased some of his meditations on audio. And they were kind of my gateway, my beginning to my spirituality. And I especially love this one breathing technique to aligning the chakras. And maybe some of you know already about that, but I thought that I would share it just in case someone might want to know. And the breathing starts from the root chakra. So you kind of like squeeze in the perineum area. So you squeeze it in while you start taking a deep breath. And then you squeeze in the area around the sacral chakra. Then you rise up to your solar plexus. Then and it's a continuous deep breathe in. And then you go through the heart chakra, the throat, the third eye, and then you still keep pulling the air in. And then you hold the breath up here in the crown chakra. So you breathe it in, you let it rise, and then you hold the breath. You hold the breath up, and you hold your breath as long as you can. And if you do this with one of his audio tapes, it takes so long time, and he keeps saying, "Come on, push it." And it's so funny. If you have done those Joe Dispenza meditations, with this breathing technique, it's amazing. I love how he's like the best meditation coach. But I'll just quickly demonstrate to you one of those breaths, how I do those and how long it takes. So first I take a calm breath, and then I start, and remember, I start from the root and squeezing in the perineum area. whew, couldn't control the coming out as well as I should have. But that shows you that it is a long, deep breath, and you feel the pressure, how it rises up the spine, how it rises and how everything lines up. And while you hold it up here, it'll take time to learn, but you'll learn eventually, and you'll get better and better and better about holding your breath. But that's just the beginning part to get you into the meditation. For me, when I started to do these breathing techniques, and even still I haven't practiced them at all lately, but I do like 6 of those deep breaths in a row. And if I need to take a short breather in the while, I think there's a deer rattling in the woods. Yeah. So my whole body started to sweat. So it just jump starts the body in some way. It's highly physical, even though you're just breathing. But after the last breath, when you bring it out, and then you can just sit in your meditation, let the breathing calm down. And for me, at least, that works super well if I'm having a hard time to getting in that space in my head, the right mood. So that kind of centers my body, grounds it, aligns all the chakras. So I really like that breathing technique. But I've been thinking a lot about chakras lately also while driving a motorcycle, because I got a few motorcycles this summer and I've had to learn the new way to drive. And what I found out after the first few weeks with my new bike is that my chakra for motorcycling and finding my balance there is my solar plexus. Because if I have tricky situations where I need to, something happens while driving, you have to react fast and find your center. I always find that I start breathing to my solar plexus, and then I find my balance again, and that's what works for me while I'm driving. So I pull the energy there down to my solar plexus. So I guess that's my motorcycling chakra. So today I just got the morning to myself and I'm loving it. I did my meditation. There are little ducks swimming on the lake, and I thought that next I would go skinny dipping because there's no one around. Even though these are rental cottages, but there's no one around, I'll go skinny dipping into the lake. And then I thought that I would do chakra tarot reading and share it with you guys to see how I can align what's going on in my body. Because while my meditation, I found out, and mostly the throat chakra, it wasn't aligned. So this whole morning I'll try to center myself again, and I'm sharing it with you guys. If some of you feel the same, that you need to get more grounded, more centered, have to prepare for the getting back to work, getting back to the daily routines, letting go of vacation, letting go of summer, and just finding the balance in your body. So that's what's up today. And I took one of the decks I took with me is the Druidcraft. I think it has great earthy vibes, and this is a deck that I'm using now for the chakra reading. By the way, Sorry if the filming is a bit low quality today. I just have my phone with me and just didn't have any plans on doing videos while here, but kind of when I got this morning to myself, I felt the inspiration to do this, so try to bear with me. Let's try to make some better quality videos with the real camera when the vacation is over. So I pulled the cards first to the root and upward. So let's see what would help me to ground and get more harmony to my root chakra. We got the moon card. And I know that there has been a lot of things troubling me lately, mostly due future and work, and that's been on my mind. And I think that the advice here would be to let go of the worries and the nightmares and just being afraid beforehand, and just walk the path and see where it leads, even though everything still seems so uncertain and in the dark. So I think I'll just need more guts to walk through this path, not to be afraid. Then what about the sacral chakra? Sun. So you see, if we advance, we get from the darkness into the light. And enjoy, because sacral chakra provides us with a lot of things to enjoy in our body. And see how the baby is naked. I know that many people hate that naked baby, but I'm gonna go naked into the lake and enjoy my body there and enjoy my sacral chakra and let my body just float free in the water and feel the water against my skin and find my happiness and to be more present in my body. Come down from my head for a while and just be with my body. Then what about my motorcycling chakra, my solar plexus? What can we do there to get it aligned? Six of Cups. An issue for me always has been looking back. I don't know, now I've been studying also astrology. It might have something to do with me having so many planets in Scorpio and having the need to dwell sometimes in things in past and letting go. Closing doors to the past and looking into the future. And breathe it out through my solar plexus. That's how I see the Six of Cups in here. Then what about the heart chakra? The center of emotions. The Six of Swords. What a fitting card while sitting on this pier on top of water. Moving forward, leaving things behind, trusting that there's something better ahead, trusting in that I'm safe, I will be carried. She and him together. And I know that I get a lot of support and comfort also from my man in this journey that I feel it's already started. I don't have the slightest clue where it's going, but it's definitely started. And let's see what's up with the throat chakra, because that's what I'm feeling the mostly this morning. That's what I felt in the meditation, and that's what I'm feeling now when I'm talking to you. It's funny because I really connect with my chakra as well when I go to my energy healer. I first also thought that energy healing is a lot of like BS, and I was like, okay, let's try, what is this? But the sensations that go in my through my body while I'm with her, and the things, because I've even experienced, it must have been something like Kundalini energy rising straight from the root chakra and up and bursting out of me. And it was so weird, so massive, and something that is hard to explain to any normal human being who doesn't, really think much about this stuff. So many times during this healing session, my throat feels like it swells up, like I'm getting an angina, or what you call that in English, I don't know. The throat, when all the glands swell up in the throat. And she also feels, while she is treating me, after the treatment, we are both like doing these noises, and we're having issues to breathe and swallow. So let's see what's bothering my throat chakra and what can we do about it. The Princess of Cups. Look where she's holding her emotions. All her emotions are in that cup on her throat. That's kind of insane. Her bare feet are on the grass, and that was what I needed when I came here. I'm all the time walking barefooted on the grass, walking barefooted in the lake, just getting in touch with nature. And she's holding her emotions on her throat. And something in the fall leaves behind her makes me think that when fall comes, I need to express this. I need to find a way to express these emotions that are pressing on my throat that I can't articulate yet. I don't have the words. I don't have the words for what's inside the cup. I've been trying, but I don't still have the words. So maybe she'll help me to bring something new out of letting it go and letting it out. But she's still contemplating on it. She still has her eyes shut, but she's calm. So I think there's still a lot of work to be done here, and something that is a bit unclear to me yet. Then let's jump to the third eye. What about there? Queen of Cups. So it's evolving. See how it's transforming upwards like the chakras. The cup is no longer on her throat. And the moon is shining on top of her cup. She found her connection to those emotions. Now she can see them clearly. So I think that I'll have to continue doing my meditations as I have done before earlier, to get in touch with those emotions that are pressing on the throat, to get them out. So fitting. And then to the crown chakra. The Eight of Pentacles. He's working on it. He's repeating the pattern and repeating it and creating a better result every time. So I think that this whole sequence, coming from down to bottom, through the darkness into light, leaving the past, traveling forward, finding words to those emotions and bringing them out. It all requires work with myself, and I think that this will encourage me to get back and more present with my meditation, also taking the time, because I feel like I need it to get this all aligned and to be better able to center myself, because I have the tendency of being stuck in my head and running around with my studies. There's so much to learn, so much that interests me. I've been going crazy with astrology now, so I know I've been ignoring my body in a way. I've been doing a lot of sports, I don't mean that, and that also helps me bring to my body, but I really need to sit down with my body and breathe to do the work. Let it come from up and dissolve down to figure all this. In this reading, the majority of the cards were cups. We got the Princess and the Queen and the Six of Cups. So the work around my chakras should be more of getting connected and balance on the emotions. Letting go also on the thoughts, on the swords. Letting go of the mind and thinking. And there are no concrete things, money, things like that can help me. It's just the inner work. The ones are missing. Because I know my passions are so intellectual. My passion is now currently so deep around my studies. So that's not the way to balance the chakras. It's through the emotions. And the interesting opposite of the two luminaries, the moon and the sun, as the court cards here. The deeper emotional side of me and the greatest strengths of me, of who I am, what I am, and what I will become. It's just so amazing, the water and the quiet, all alone Well, not totally. I have my swimming buddy with me. But I guess that's all from now. Thanks for watching again, guys. And see you next time. Bye, yeah.